Hello everybody and welcome to day 90 of my 365-day iPhone video challenge. Yesterday we started talking about imposter syndrome as I am reading the book The Secret Thoughts of Successful Women by Valerie Young. It's a great book whether you're a man or a woman, and I certainly have suffered from imposter syndrome. And in the book she highlights 7 ways people try and manage the anxieties and the feelings around imposter syndrome. So I've taken some notes. So if I look down, it's because I've taken some notes. So the first one is hard work, over preparing, because you don't want to fail. So therefore you really over prepare because you can't have anything go wrong. You often see that with people when they manage other people, that they don't want to see anything go wrong. So they over manage their people. They really push them hard. So you can see that over preparing and hard work actually affect other people as well. Certainly I over prepare for any speeches that I do. And part of the reason for doing these 365-day videos is that I can't over prepare, which is, because I don't have time all the time to over prepare. So that's why I've got to look at notes occasionally, and that's fine. 2, low effort syndrome. The opposite, I've talked about this before. You don't want to be seen as stupid, so you're doing an exam, so you don't make much of an effort because it's better to be seen as lazy rather than stupid. You'd rather be seen as lazy than an over-trier, so that's what you do. 3, maintaining a low ever-changing profile. That idea of, if you work for yourself, the reason you work for yourself is because who'd hire you anyway? Or if you work in a company, you're constantly changing jobs just in case they find out you're no good at the job. Then there is humour, where we just use humour to bat away compliments and feedback. I'm sure we've all done that. Procrastination. You see this in lots of ways. People, they've got a job interview and they procrastinate to the last moment before they prepare for the job interview, or they've got to hand in their CV and they procrastinate to the last minute so they write a CV or an exam or their dissertation. And when things don't, they don't get the job interview, they don't get the job, they don't get a good grades in their exam, they go, well, the reason was I did everything at the last minute. Another way of coping with it. Never finishing. I think we've all done that. We've all started projects that we've never finished because we don't want to have it critiqued at the end, because if we finish it, it's out there in the world. Part of the reason why I'm doing these 365-day videos and setting deadlines, because if I set a deadline in public, then I've got to go and do it. But that could be stressful. I'm not saying it's the best way to do things, but it certainly works for me. And then self-sabotage, which one is other enhancement. You see in teams where you help your colleague, you overly help your colleague to massively help them at the end of the year until they get all the recognition, and you've still done all your work and everything else, and you haven't done anything bad, but you've over-helped someone else, so you can in your head go, well, they're obviously better than me, even though you've helped them achieve that goal. Or the other more destructive form of self-sabotage is, food, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. So you go off the rolls at the last minute because you don't want to think that you could fail. So therefore the simplest thing is actually sabotage it before you could actually succeed. So there are 7 ways. We'll talk more about this over the next few days. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.